the audio, by the way. Doot. Test 1, 2.
I always did a lot of, it was pencils and then inking on top of it. And I don't know, that's always how I did things growing up, but I don't know. We don't do that here because it's just kind of pointless when you scan it in.
The other thing I really like about pencils is that you can always erase graphite, but you cannot erase marker. The permanence of it is too much for me. I can't take it.
Well, the thing about the markers too is when it blends, I have done many pieces where you're almost done with it, and then there's like a weird bleed in the middle, and you're like, fuck, it kind of ruins the whole thing. So you have to kind of decide, like, do I want to redo this, or am I just gonna live with this like mistake in the middle of my picture?
As Bob Ross would say, it's a happy accident.
Sometimes.
No, it's not.
Pencils.
Yes, pencils.
Dave?
Indeed.
Dave, I think that robot's in hell.
No, it's not in hell. It's coming back from a successful mission.
It looks like hell back then.
It looks like when you come back to base on Armored Core 6.
It is.
It's not hell, Liz. It's humidity, and we need it because apparently
Wow.
now we need humidity in the winter.
Why is it red?
Well, because
He got out the red therapy light and he likes putting the light to the mist because he feels fancy.
yeah, it's like there's gonna be all kinds of cool mist going around. It might as well look all cool and glowy, you know.
So you know his
white mist is boring.
his crazy effects are healthy. You know, that's cool. Just don't stare directly at it.
Boring!
Is that glass or plexiglass or something that you're drawing on?
It's glass.
Yeah, it's glass. I got a drawing table. I wanted one that like inclined, so I don't crunch up into a shrimp as I get older as quickly. And I also wanted one that was glass because in case I wanted to use it as an animation table, I could stick a flashlight on the other side of it. Boom, instant light table.
And
Yeah, that's cool.
I wanted the glass because it just looks better in the room and less like a big chunky desk in the way. I keep an eye on him.
Granted, these days I'm not doing too much pencil and paper animation because the onion skin and the software is just too convenient. I should probably get this mic a little closer to me. The onion skin and the software is just too good, but I don't know, occasionally if I'm doing like layers or something, I'll still use this to get some transparency and tracing effects as desired.
Interrogator says in chat, wow, my favorite programmer extreme guest Gab is back.
Gab. Yes,
Gabby.
our
Gabby.
lovely
here.
programmer that we all know and love, Gab.
Yo, Gab. Yo, Hazen. Yo, Liz. I feel like
Yo,
I still...
Gabba.
I still started
I don't
the
think,
stream late.
I don't think I've ever seen him spell your name correctly once.
I don't think
That's
so
all right.
either.
That's
It's
okay.
a running gag.
Maybe he's thinking of gamma-aminobutyric acid. That shit's awesome.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably it, yeah.
Gabby.
GABA.
Gabapentin.
Gab,
I would actually seriously doubt that anyone other than he actually remembers that. Remembers who I am.
Remember.
And a very important man I am.
Unironically,
Do you have a
are.
persona? Do you have a persona, Gabe? Do you need to make your persona?
No, I don't.
Because you do. I think
Sorry
you do.
to disappoint everybody.
Liz,
what do you think it would be?
apparently I have one now. They made one up for me.
Yeah, he's we made him what is it, a moped, an ATV? We made him like a moped.
It's like a four-wheeler
Yeah.
or speed buggy or something.
Oh,
The
What?
whole idea was everybody on stream was supposed to like decide together, and Dave was gonna draw it, and then Dave just said like, "Oh no, actually we're not doing that. I'm just drawing a speed buggy and putting like fur on it."
Oh, I didn't know it was supposed to be like a vote, like democracy. Everyone in. I thought I was just
no,
like,
I told you that in the car, and you were like, "No, I've decided."
Liz, I'm in the middle of what they call line here. Roll with me.
No, I'm rewriting history. to look
Fine.
good.
I just felt like drawing a dune buggy that day, and no one was gonna stop me. Not God, not you.
Not the chat. Certainly not the chat.
The chat, yeah, the chat's not gonna stop me from drawing a dune buggy. They're the ones that our community brought this upon themselves by asking me to do a persona of someone that did not already have one in mind. So it was like, well, if he doesn't know what he wants, I know what I want to draw today.
I knew what I wanted. Nothing. That's
You
why.
get
That's exactly why
nothing.
I've never made anything. It's strange. Like I don't know if that's for as long as I've interacted with furries. It's like talking to Christians. Like, what church do you go to? I don't go to one. And then they look at you like you got 3 fucking heads. And
I
then
love that.
I get that a lot from furries. Like the same thing. Like, so what's your persona like? And I'm like, I don't do any of that shit. I'm just kind of into the art, you know. I like the art and the games, the cartoons and stuff. And it's like they suddenly realize I'm a space alien. Like the look they get in
Maybe
their
that's your
eyes, the
persona.
tone of their
Persona
voice,
is
the way they
alien.
write back after that, it's just like it doesn't compute. Like they just can't understand how anyone could just understand, just enjoy the art and not have some fucking made up character no one's ever going to care about, you know, like just consume their fucking lives and everything they do.
I don't know. I think that a lot of people are that way. It's just like you never really hear them screaming it out from the rooftops. Because like, what are people going to scream more about? Their OC that they care about, or like, hey, guess what?
They
I don't
join-
actually have a character about me. I wanted everyone to know. You know, it's not really.
They don't join Telegram rooms and talk to people. They just look for art. Yeah, real quick, Happy Guy 1 and anybody else who's trying to send us links to images in the chat.
Actually, when I saw it,
You cannot
it
send
worked.
embedded Discord links. They don't
Stop
work
it.
in the browsers and stuff the way they're supposed to half the time. So if you have something you want to show us, upload it to Imgur or something first, and then
Yeah, but
link us to
Hazen,
that.
I clicked on it and it worked.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But just to be sure,
Yeah,
you have an
it's
image
like
you want to show us,
after-
upload it to Imgur first.
It was cute though. It was
Or
good.
something.
Cat meme. Good cat meme.
Or pwn.rs, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what that is. Don't use it.
Pwn.rs sounds dangerous.
Pwn.nl.
Memo has some links. to share.
now before the admin bans you.
That name, Pwn, gives me the heebie-jeebies for some reason.
Pwn.
Like
Yeah.
PONE or PWNED.
Did you play too many video games?
Either.
babe?
Did.
Aw.
I don't play as many these days, but I guarantee you it's more than usual.
It's like our generation's version of a Vietnam flashback. You see?
Some Halo.
Yeah.
Some Halo in your past. Yeah.
We need to. Memo says he's got links to share. We need to start. We need to have like. We need to organize this like fan art stuff now that then the advent of AI is upon us. The tools of the gods are in the hands of man now, for better or worse, and we have tons of fan art that we are getting every day, weekly, or rather Dave and Liz are. I don't have any fucking thing for you to draw or do anything with, but like
Well, that's because we can't draw Doom Buggies.
We might, yeah, nobody's gonna. Please don't draw that. But we need to organize this ingest of this stuff, I think, and I think what we may need on the new site or something satellite to it may be something like a private Boru for fans, and anybody can look at the art, but we will approve. We will only allow like approved uploaders or something. And I don't know how we'll handle that, but like we need something like that where we can have that art come in at the beginning of the week, and then like during Friday stream, or we'll one day of the week it'll come in until like a cutoff, and when that cutoff happens, we'll review that stuff like on Wednesday or Thursday to display it on the Friday stream at some point. Maybe put it in a folder and have it like cycle through stuff.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I think it'd be better if we just cycled through, took like 5 minutes at the end of the stream and just went through that. But yeah, we definitely, there's a lot of people making stuff that they want to show us. They want us to show other people. I think it's a good thing, and I think that maybe it might be worth it for us to explore that with the new site. And by us, I mean me.
Probably because some people here don't have time to do that.
Well, I want
Yeah, Dream Brew. That's a great idea.
Dream Brew.
Just or Vivid Brew. It could be for everything Vivid. Yeah, and people, I think Skid streams a lot, so he could check that out and like maybe get some stuff pulled from that if he wants to show fan art on his
that'd be
thing
cool.
too. I'm sure people draw EverQuest characters.
Yeah. Did some UberQuest and Bethlehem and GarageBand. Have a good time.
Dave, what are you drawing today?
Lore for the Talakan district, which I, as you know, because I assaulted you with the information, I just finished writing the Talakan district lore yesterday, and I really like it. I think it came out as one of the most fun districts, and now I'm drawing a few little drawings to go in the lore book next to it. In theory, I want to participate in being a helper on the website, but I keep on being like, well, let me just get this volume 6 page done. Well, let me just get this prelude shaded real quick. Oh, I need to get a little bit of work on Ascension done. And of course, being Fan Art February, it's time to do a little bit more fan art than usual. In case you guys wanted updates on that, I believe Zhao from Zenless Zone Zero. Yesterday, Minerva Mink, she was going down for the count. She was in last place. She was going to die and explode. We had to kill the loser, I'm sorry to say. And I mentioned that on social media, and then we got a lot more people coming in to vote. I think they saved Minerva. The vote is over now. I don't have it right in front of me.
We had some immigrants come in at the last minute and vote.
We had some foreigners come in, and they decided Minerva Mink was going to live, and it looks like Zhao from Zenless Zone Zero. We're gonna have to kill her, so.
They remember the 90s so well.
Yeah. So what is open to everybody? Well, it's closed now, but it was open to everyone, right? The vote.
Yeah, this one, the normal vote was still the voter tier only, but then the extra fan art, like just the bonus pieces, beyond what we normally do for February. Those ones, I was like, hey, we'll just let everybody vote on this. So we got a bunch of derelicts coming in and voting.
Yeah, Dave, I saw you tell people that on Twitter, and they still like act like they didn't understand.
Well, there's always I kind of love this.
It's Twitter.
If you say anything on Twitter or any social media, if you're like, oh yeah, go vote for your favorite character on our Patreon or whatever, there's always gonna be one person that is like, I will vote for this character. I'm like Minerva. Like they'll try to vote in the replies to that social media post, and it's like, no, that's not how you. That's not how you vote in the poll.
Oh my god, yeah.
Every time.
People cannot like digest information on Twitter, and it's
Constantly.
I get like secondhand embarrassment from reading shit like that. It's, like you'll clearly say like this voting is open to everyone. Click the link in the reply, and you can go there and you can vote. Even if you're not a patron, you can follow and you can vote. It's open to everyone. It's completely open, and you'll have fucking 12 comments under that. I vote Minerva Mink because I like Minerva Mink, and I saw Minerva Mink when I was a child, and it made me go boing, doing, doing.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah,
Thanks
great.
for letting
But you
me know.
didn't
That
vote,
changes-
idiot, did you?
that changes
follow the
everything.
fucking instructions.
Follow instructions or you will die.
Yeah, I will personally kill you in Minecraft.
No, in real life.
No, in real life.
Although, like, we've used that flippantly, Minecraft can get pretty serious, I'm told. I don't understand the game that well, but I know enough to know there was like some story floating around the internet that like some mom was like, you play this too much, and I told you to come down to dinner 5 minutes ago, so I erased your server. Now who's the smart one? And this 12-year-old was like, no, you didn't erase my server. I've been working on that for like 5 years of my life. I've been building in there. Did you seriously just erase it? And she's like, I did. And then he's like, nursing home. Nursing home is where you're gonna go. The cheapest one.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I know several people who had like game systems that their moms just like gave away or something because, you know, like entire like that they lived in like your rural areas too. Like I think Chris O'Neill, he said he grew up in Wexford, and his mom, like he had like I think a Sega Genesis or something.
Oh, cool.
He had either a Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo, and his mom, some other kid without him knowing, like the mom was like, "Oh, my son's got a Super Nintendo and yours has a Sega. We should trade it." And then she's like, "Okay," and she traded it. Completely just traded. He got home one day and was just like, "Why is there fucking other system here?" And his mom's like, "Oh, I traded them. You don't need two of them, do you? They're the same thing."
That's why property rights exist. That's why they wrote the Constitution, so that parents would not trade away people's game systems. They're sacred.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. That doesn't belong to her. What the hell?
Well, I guess technically the parents own the thing, but like it's just like
still
you just don't have, old people just have no fucking idea like what that stuff is, or like that's just
Mhm.
if you're old and you're listening to this stream, don't fuck with young people's technology stuff. You don't understand it. Just leave it alone. If you want to get them an extra thing, get them an extra thing, but you're probably
Just
gonna get
don't.
the wrong thing anyway. So just leave it
don't.
alone. The money.
I feel like I'm starting to get to that point now because like, well, this probably started in around like 2010, 2012, but like when I get into a game and it has loot boxes or seasons or stuff like I was trying to play Deep Rock Galactic for the first time. I'd never.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
I think that was the
Killed
soundboard.
someone.
My reaction to that information.
Okay, apparently. I tried to play Deep Rock Galactic for a little bit, and I do like the game, but when you get into it and you're just assaulted with like 8 different systems that have nothing to do with actually playing the game, it's all like, here's how you get better inventory. Here's how you upgrade your weapons. Here's how you can get skins. Here's how you can, I don't know, play with your ding dong. I don't know, but there's just a whole bunch of stuff and it just hits you all at once and it's confusing. And when I look at that stuff, I feel like a boomer looking at old video games. I like boomers that don't understand that you can't pause an online game or something like that. That's what I feel like. I have no idea how this stuff works, and I just want to know what I need to do to start having fun.
What I want to know, and this is going to be a difficult thing, is I want to know, like, because all of this stuff, like, oh, loot boxes, pay to win, like, subscription to the game, or you'll get kicked out if we don't like how you talk in the game, then you no longer own it. Like, all of this stuff, it seems like the whole, like, oh, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy getting into video games. That seems terrible to me. It also seems to me, from the outside, I don't actually play games, which is the difficulty, is my ignorance is the difficulty, but from the outside it seems like they're sort of trying to eradicate the idea that you can purchase a game and you own it and you can just play it forever. It's like almost like they're like, no, you're just paying for the temporary right to access the game. And it also seems
that's
like
what they want. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like the gambling mechanics that are just transparently like, am I just like an old boomer, or are many games actually worse? Like worse products, glitchy.
Games are worse. I mean,
like,
you are an old boomer, but games are worse. Yeah. Games are fucking way worse than they used to be. Games are now like I think the last game you really played, Dave, was GoldenEye, and that was a good one to go out on, let me tell you, because it was right after that. Well, we had one additional era after that of good video games.
No, he played Halo.
Oh, I played a little bit of Halo 2 was the last game I like did multiplayer. That was in college.
Okay, that's an excellent one to go out on because it was right after that. That was Halo 2, I think, was still original. Yeah, it was original Xbox. So Halo 2 really, I think, was the last game, or was part of the last era of gaming where things peaked. So and a lot of people said it was stupid then, but like overwhelming majority of people thought that gaming was good around the era of Halo 2 because you had options, right? You could play Xbox, you could play GameCube, you could play PS2, you could play Dreamcast. If you played any of those things, you had the option to play online games with your friends, which Xbox and PS2 excelled at more than the other systems. Or you could play offline games that were like the old games. You had those options. You still have those options today, but not from very many like actual AAA studios. So Halo 2 was like the last game era where you could just get on a game, get in a lobby, you could pay like a small subscription to everything online service, and then you could just get in and play all you wanted and just like fuck around with your friends. And I think it was right around the time Halo 3 came out that we started seeing some of the first what they call microtransactions in games, where it was like I think it was Oblivion. I think Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was the first. I'm sure somebody in the chat or something will know something before that was like, actually on the Famicom online system, you know. Okay, well, no one cares. But what's widely regarded as the first DLC / microtransaction was Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4, and that was I think a $5 add-on you could get for the game that would give you horse armor that was totally useless. It was just really cosmetic. Yeah, it's a meme. The horse armor thing is a meme. So like that was the first time you saw something like that. That didn't do very well, but after that, that was like that. It was just open season, and you fast forward. I think that was maybe 2004. 2005. It was early 2000s, but you fast forward not even 10 years in the future. You fast forward about 7 or 8 years, and you have all these games that are like what I call the Zynga game, the Facebook game era, where
like Farmville.
Everything is like fucking stupid Farmville, like literal. I want to sit and farm stuff on a game that I can't eat, and I want to wait 2 real days for stuff to grow and only check in once a day because I'm a retard. And it's like you have to. So this is a game. So what?
You pay more. You pay more. It goes quicker.
That's the thing. Like they made these games. They wanted to. The people who did Zynga, they admitted this stuff later. They're like, we did every dirty psychological trick in the book. We hired like psychologists to help us make this happen. What their goal was to make these games that you would just be like compelled inexplicably to check every single day and just pay money so that things would go faster, and that would just like make your dopamine go up. Literally, it would be like empty neurological calories for your brain, but that doesn't matter to them because all they want is your money and for you to play the game. So it tricked a lot of women with iPod touches were really into these types of games. They loved them and they would spend money on them and stuff, and it was just crazy to watch. Like, it was crazy to watch so many of my friends talk about like them doing stuff like that and playing like Clash of Clans and that kind of shit.
I was digging for treasure on an island. I was happy. I looked recently to see if it was still available. It's long gone. You can't get that anymore.
What game was it you're talking about?
I don't know. It's Treasure Island.
I think it was called Dumb Wife 3 was the game title.
Dumb Wife 3. Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah.
You know that one so well. No, you'd love it. You'd love it. Digging for treasure and collecting all the like little jewel things and fruit.
Is that the one where you were collecting like all of these little chibi griffin monstrosities? And you no, that's a different one. Okay, good.
That's a different one.
Yeah.
But it tricks so many people into thinking that it's good, and that's still around. That hasn't gone anywhere. That has transformed into all these what they call gotcha games now, where there's like kind of more of a game and kind of more of a story, but they're typically Asian made. They're typically like Genshin Impact, and they're like Zenless Zone Zero, the thing Zhao's from. I mean, I like that character, but I'm not like, there's no way in hell I wouldn't be caught dead with something like that installed on my phone, because it's first of all, it's spyware. Second of all, it's just this shit that does the same thing to you that Farmville does. It's just these little mindless, simple games that you cannot lose. And all you do is just like spend like a certain amount of time each day playing it and wishing you could spend more so you could get just a little bit farther. And then there's always that thing tempting you, like, just spend $10, dude, and you can have all this stuff. And then the game will be fun. But you spend it and you get all that stuff. It's not fun because there's just more stuff to get.
Yeah, hey Dave, what are the microtransactions for Dumb Wife 3?
Dumb Wife 3. If you pay enough, the dishes will get done. I hear. I keep on trying to make that happen.
And on your
wow, that's going to be an argument later.
It's not. I said I'd do them. I didn't do them though.
If you buy,
there was this big controversy about who was it? It's not Namco. Who does fucking Metal Gear Solid?
Konami.
I want to say Natsumi. That's Natsumi was fucking Harvest Moon. So Konami got everyone in the world knows what fucking Metal Gear Solid is. Whether you've played it or not, you know what Metal Gear Solid is.
My mom
you know
knows
what
Solid Snake is. She knows what the sound.
Your mom knows what Metal Gear Solid is. Yeah. So like that's what I'm saying. There was this huge. It was a household. It was like Mario or Sonic. It was a household name. Everybody knew what the fuck Metal Gear Solid was. It sold like crazy. You couldn't keep stuff like that on a shelf ever since the first one come out. Well, the Metal Gear Solid, not the old Metal Gear, but either way, it was this huge hit. And then Konami had him make a fifth, well, 2/5 ones, I guess, technically. But there was 2 entries as a 5. There was like a Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and then there was just Metal Gear Solid 5 something. I don't remember what's like the main one. Phantom Pain, yeah. Phantom Pain!
I can't believe you forgot that after those memes.
I'm blanking on it right now, but yeah, so Phantom Pain came out, and they were okay. Like I would even argue the beginning of Phantom Pain is probably one of the most fun Metal Gear games ever, but they just sort of trailed off because it's very clear that Hideo Kojima's heart just wasn't in Metal Gear anymore. He wanted to do something else, and they even allowed him to do something else. They allowed him to work on a Silent Hill game with Guillermo del Toro, and they suddenly one day they're like, nope, the Silent Hill game is canceled. You're no longer going to be able to install the demo for it on any kind of PS4 or PS5, whatever that was on. Can't do it no more. Sorry, not happening. And also, Hideo Kojima, you're fired now. We're not going to have you work for us at all. And we're going to get rid of a whole bunch of other developers. And guess what? We're also not making video games anymore. We're going to fucking make pachinko machines.
Whoa.
And that's what they did. They made pachinko machines in Japan that were themed after their old games. And everybody was confused and angry about, like, how could you do all this stuff? This is crazy. It's because, like, addicting people to gambling shit is just more lucrative, even if it's just physical shit in like an arcade. That's actually somehow making them more money because they haven't stepped back away from it. Like, they haven't really like come back and said, all right guys, guess what, Metal Gear Solid 6 or guess what guys, new Silent Hill. I think there has been a new Silent Hill, but it's all like remake shit, so, and no one cares about it. So like there's this weird shift where shareholders, the board, whoever it is actually calling the shots at these companies, they're moving stuff from like making video games to just getting people addicted to a drug, basically.
Well, I mean, obviously one is more lucrative than the other. It just sucks because especially if it is happening to established game companies, and then they're just basically turning into like a new form of drug dealer. And it's like, well, you were the people that had the resources and leverage to produce games on a consistent basis. So you were a major creative presence in society that now is just gone. Not just gone, corrupted into like, you know, a vice effectively. So this just sucks.
Dave, if Dreamkeepers have like 3 or 4 toes, why does your Tiki guy have 5?
Because he's nuts. He's having too much fun.
Continuity error.
We'll fix that.
This is going to show up in somebody's theory video. That's going to be 45 minutes long.
That's how you know that this was actually drawn by AI. I've been caught.
But if we look at the Tiki here, we notice that it actually has 5 digits instead of the normal 4.
I remember watching one of those videos, and it was like the grand conclusion of it was proving that Wario is like the size of a Eiffel Tower or something like that. because somebody was like, well, in this game art, there's a building in the background, but here he is, but it looks like he's in the background, it looks like he's in the foreground, but he's really in the background. So that must mean that he's this tall. And I'm like, okay, that was, I really should have understood that what these videos were earlier. But at that moment I was like, okay, game theory videos, I'm not watching any of those anymore. These are dumb.
I really like the idea that like
they
somehow this nut somehow decided that someone disagreed with them, and so they just had to make a whole video of shower talk.
Well, the thing is, like, I think Gabe is describing a video where, like, the whole appeal of those videos, right? It's like, oh, what if? The whole appeal is that you're uncovering something and learning a new secret about a thing that was just under the surface in front of your face the whole time, and oh, it's so cool now that you know that, now that you've been initiated. And then it sounds like some of these videos are just morphing into, it's like that's what they tease you with, that's what they bait you with, and then it's actually, oh no, this is not legitimate or valid or accurate, this is just stupid, I'm not learning better, it's just bullshit.
Well, they have to keep updating the stream or the YouTube channel with new stuff, and Five Nights at Freddy's only did so much.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
he's probably
yeah.
done videos on Five Nights at Freddy. Five Nights
I would even
at
say like
Freddy's.
Matt Pat before he like really sold out. Like I never really liked game theory. I was like confession time. I never really liked game theory. I never really was into it.
Before
But
it
there
was
were
cool.
a couple of videos of his that I saw that were like interesting. And I would even say the thing I didn't like Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was really ready for Five Nights at Freddy's to go away after the first game. But like the video he did on that was interesting. Like there was like a I don't think that it's like linked to it or whatever, but there was like a Chuck E. Cheese at one point where some some employee went in and like killed the exact number of people, and the people he killed and himself added up to be like the number of like weird little suit people that follow you around or whatever.
Yeah.
And it like there was like other things that like linked up to stuff in the game, and it was like, oh well, it's plausible that maybe the guy who made the game, I can't remember his name right now, but Scott something, Scott Hawthorne, I think is his name. Yeah,
Scott Cawthon.
Cawthorne, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop Cawthorne. So he like, you know, it's possible that that guy had that in mind maybe when he made it, and it's possible that he didn't. I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. I didn't, you know, I'm not really glad I watched that, but it's I can see why people enjoy these videos. It's just good like popcorn, you know, mentally. But
Yeah.
then he made like 20 more videos about Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's like, dude, come on, like this is not that deep. It's fucking like pizza place animatronic things following you around trying to kill you. There's not that much shit. I'm sorry. But like people just ate that shit up just because they like Five Nights at Freddy's, and they were just like, I gotta watch more. Like, look, I like
claim to
the
fame.
Souls games. I like Dark Souls and stuff, but there's a guy on YouTube called Vadi Vidya, and he makes really, really good videos, sort of like uncovering some of the lore in the game. And that's interesting with those games because the lore is not really on the surface. Like if you really want to know like the pieces of the story that are provided to you and put them together, it is a puzzle. You have to dig them up, you have to look into them, and you have to like make assumptions and leaps of faith sometimes. And he does all that, and he gives you like his interpretation of stuff. That's interesting. But what he doesn't do is make 6 videos a fucking month about like stuff that just doesn't exist in it just to be making videos.
I mean, I guess maybe to a degree, it's like the YouTuber hustle. Like I have a little sympathy for people where it's like, oh, I want to be, you know, an artist or a YouTuber or whatever, and then they grind on something in order to like get big and grow, and then they're like, there, I've got it, I've just got to this threshold, but then it's like, it's at the point where, oh, now that is paying their bills and they have no other form of income, it's like, oh, they gotta keep it going. Like, you know, where you get big enough that it's paying your bills, but not so big that you can like step back and take the time to like really craft things that are meaningful every single time. So like I could see some of those YouTubers being like, well, if I don't have the same amount of views this month, there goes food. So I guess there's got to be more to Five Nights at Freddy's, and I better make some shit up.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that they
That's the
understand
thing, but
why
Matt
the
Pat's like a
people are in.
millionaire, and I think he was by that point a millionaire.
Oh, in that case, I don't understand why people that have like, you know, like the Mr. Beasts of the world, people that's like, okay, you never have to worry about missing a meal. You're never gonna have to worry about how to pay the rent. Yet you make it your profession to like furiously churn out just like actual slop. It's not necessarily AI slop. It's mostly handcrafted, like hand done, filmed. You know,
Handmade bespoke slop, yeah.
but it's like,
Mr.
why would
Beast
someone
said
do
something
that
recently
when they
about
have
him
to-
having like about him being like overdrafted. He said like I have no money. I don't know if he like.
I talked to Dave
It's
about
just-
that.
Yeah,
Explain
I don't know
that,
if he's
Dave.
doing the
Explain logic
corporation
on that.
thing.
I think he
Or,
might
like,
be
in the-
doing. I don't know, but I know sometimes rich people like to do this thing where it's like their net worth is like $37.4 trillion, and they're like, well, that's all actually tied up in like investments. Actually, I'm broke, and
My
it's like,
checking account has $2.
it's like, no, you're not broke the way people think of being. People think broke. They think, well, you're not gonna, the electricity's gonna go out. You can't pay the fucking electric bill. You have to choose something from the grocery store that you can afford. Oh, it looks like it's a can of beans, and there's nothing like that's when people think broke. They think I do not have the ability to get the necessities for myself, I'm in trouble. What's going to happen to me? Like, these rich people try to put that mask on, but it's like, no, when you talk about broke, you're talking about like, well, there's the board of directors to worry about, and technically I don't have like $1 million in my bank account in the form of dollars. It's all tied up in Bitcoin and gold futures and shipping stocks, and so I have no money. And then they go and like snooze in their massive air-conditioned mansion. It's like, no. You are just because you don't have like an excess of liquid assets, you are not broke. You do not have to worry about any of your bodily necessities.
Okay.
That's just how they think about shit. But yeah, like a lot of those people were millionaires by the point that they were doing that shit, and it's just like, I'm sorry, man. If you're a millionaire, you don't need to make a video a day. You don't need to make it. You don't need to. If you're gonna make a video a day, make them the way like PewDiePie makes them, where they're just him like basically fucking around in front of a camera, or Charlie, Moist Critical, that guy. If you're gonna make a video a day, they should just be like short little 5 to 10 minute blogs about like, guys, you're never gonna believe it. The Epstein file list is out, and there's so many redactions. You know, you like just okay, there you go. 5 minutes to that, you made your money. People are gonna watch it. You have 4 billion trillion gorillion subscribers. Like, of course, everyone's just gonna watch it. You'll be fine. You are too big to fail on YouTube. But when I don't know, I've seen, it's always a sign of like brain rot like setting in to me when I see YouTubers who cover things that are supposed to be like, I'm covering the lore of this, or I'm covering like a lawsuit over here, and this lawsuit is interesting, so I'm a lawyer, I want to cover this lawsuit. And then they make one video, and then people watch that video, and then they make 8 million videos of that and nothing else for a long time. And it's just so obvious what's going on. Like they're not doing any of that stuff because they enjoy it. They're doing that stuff because it's just a job for them and they want to make the money.
Yeah. It's a little bit odd to me that people who have so much resources, so much cash already, that all their needs are met very securely, very safely for a long period of time. It's weird to me that profit, like more money, would be a big motive for people in that position, but I guess it really is. I mean, look at how much greed there is at high levels of like banking and corporations and politics and stuff. Like all of these people are like relatively safe, secure. They're going to be warm in the winter. They're going to have full bellies. It's like, oh, you got it made. You're safe. Like in my view, I guess being like relatively well off, it's like, oh, you're safe. You can catch your breath. You don't have to like show up at 8 o'clock in the morning or be on the street and dead. You know, you're not going to like an hourly job or you're going to die. So for those people to be suddenly like, well, I really need to like aggressively work hard and whittle my life away because I absolutely need to add another decimal point to my 6-figure bank account. It's weird to me. It's like, why do you guys, like, once you have it, why do you care about money so much? Like, it's a means to an end. I don't know.
Yeah, but if you look at like Zuckerberg, can you imagine how many people he pays endlessly? You know, he constantly needs money to come in, so he's constantly like digging for more gold, you know?
Well,
it's because the spending outweighs all kinds of stuff. It gets crazy.
He has like tons of employees though. Like I don't know. I just don't think people making YouTube videos have a ton of employees unless they're like funded by Mossad the way that fucking like Tim Pool is or something like that.
Agreed.
Like what's that guy's name? The fat guy with the really weird beard.
Nice Boogie.
They call him Quarter Pounder. The quartering. Yeah, the quartering.
What?
Yeah, like that's one of those people that just make a video a day and it's like, guys, the woke left is being woke and left again, and I know you can't believe it. Like, yeah, it's like, wow, really? Whoa, holy shit. Quarter Pounder, oh my fucking god, really? Here's another view. Here's another 10 views. Make 10 more videos today. I'll give you 10 more fucking views.
How long is that video? I would love it if his video was seriously 5 seconds of that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a video of his, and it is literally just like that for like fucking 4 to 5 minutes.
Oh,
and
man.
He's just like, he's just one of those people that's like just echoing shit to people that they already believe, so they like stumble upon that and they go, yeah, and then they just watch everything he does, so they just feel like validated by someone on a screen with like 1 million subscribers or whatever. Like, I don't even look. I'm not even gonna say We don't get political, but I'm not gonna say that I don't disagree with some of the stuff I've seen him say, right? Like, do movies and games suck more now than they used to? Yes, they do. We've even talked about that on this stream. But do I need 8 videos a fucking day telling me that and reminding me that? No, I don't. Who the fuck is sitting and watching all this shit?
Well, don't you get a view? You don't have to watch the whole thing to get the view, right?
Well, we're getting
I don't know how
into,
the
like,
statistics
YouTube
work
analytics
and-
stuff, but you don't have to watch the whole thing to get the view, but the views don't matter. What matters is retention. What the algorithm promotes is what the algorithm will promote. If you're a video, for those of you out there who are trying to start a YouTube or TikTok or something, what the algorithm will promote is when you make content that someone watches from the beginning to the end, no matter how long it is. If it's longer, if you make an hour-long thing and people watch from the beginning to the end, that's way better. The algorithm will promote that a lot more than if you make something a minute long. Well, on YouTube, on TikTok, is probably the exact opposite. But depending on what platform you are, the length matters. But the bottom line is when you retain viewer attention from the beginning of your video to the end, and it's even better if they watch it twice. If they rewind and watch it twice, or if they refresh and watch it twice, the YouTube will go, holy shit, people like this, and it will promote that out to people, even if you're not monetized. So that's what matters. The view doesn't matter as much as the retention, because the retention, you get the retention first, and the views will come, right? So like what the scam is with these, I'm not gonna say scam. What the grift is, what the game is with this, is that you're just trying to make videos. You're just trying to make stuff where people will watch something like 2 or 3 times a day, and the easiest way to do that is to make 4 or 5 videos a day, and just put them out there, and then people will watch at least 2 or 3 of them from beginning to end, especially if they're short. If you're making 4 to 5 a day, they're going to be short. Let's face it, and people get glued to streams too. So if you have a stream and people are watching it, YouTube counts that as retention. So that's what a lot of these people do, is they go on for 4 or 5 minutes a day, and they give you their hot take on something. And their hot take is just, hey guys, I know you hate the woke left, and I hate them too. Guess what the woke left is up to? They're being woke and they're being lefty, and I just can't believe it, guys. What do you
I love that so much. Oh my gosh.
And thumbs up and hit that bell, ding ding, like all that. They do that shit because, like, if you're retained and you also are like clicking around and doing comments and stuff, that's even better. So it's just like, half these people don't even believe the shit they're selling you, whether they're left or right or whatever. It's just a job. It's just a grift. They're fucking tricking you.
Yeah.
No,
watch stupid shit instead of going out and like fucking getting to know your neighbors.
But do you think it's a grift? Let me know in the comments below.
No, that's the other thing I've seen is that they'll put a title like they'll put a title like, do you think the character in Hazbin Hotel is blank? And then the video is just like a really boring synopsis of what's been happening with no content whatsoever, and you're just waiting for, when are you gonna say what's in the title?
Nothing.
When are you gonna say what's in the title?
Oh my god, yeah.
Stupid. And then it's like, what do you think?
That chibi reviews guy's the fucking worst at that shit too. I wish that guy would just like not make YouTube videos. I genuinely do. He's the guy who was making all those videos. Someone was sharing him in the Dream Court. I can't remember who it was, but he's the guy who's making all those videos, and the title's like, they just banned anime in Texas, did they? And then you go and look at the video, and it's like, yeah, there's a bill, and it's not getting much support, and it's to ban hentai.
Yeah, but they don't tell you that until
it's not even passed.
Yeah.
Even if something like that,
like, dude,
theoretically, even if something like that did pass, it would just get struck down in a court case pretty fast. Like,
I think something like that did pass, but it was, you can't, that's the thing. When I see a video, when somebody shares something to me and I see, did a nuclear bomb just go off in my asshole? I don't know. And then I look at the video and it's just like, so I ate some Taco Bell and it made me fart really bad. Like that, I immediately never want to watch another video by that person. And I immediately disregard anything else they say because they're not trying to deliver accurate information to you. If it's some kind of like sensationalist thing where you're trying to get people to click on a thing and hear like your review of something or something like that, that's one thing. But when you're delivering news, don't be a fucking dickhead and just put fake shit in your title that does not happen, and then just like because people are just going to read that and share the video and be like, guys, they did. This guy made it. It must be true. That this guy made a video. He said they banned anime in Texas. It must be true. I'm sharing them, letting you know what happened.
But to play devil's advocate, if you don't like it, just change the channel. No one's making you watch shit.
No, but people are thinking fake shit is happening that's not happening. And they're telling me it's happening, and then I gotta go look it up and find out it doesn't happen. And then I go tell them I looked it up, this is not happening, and they go, well, he said it is in the video. Okay. And I go, okay, watch the video and tell me at what point in the video he says this is happening. And then they go, well, I watched it, and it's not really happening. I'm like, yeah. So thank you, person who shared the video, and thank you, Chibi Reviews, for wasting 10 minutes of my precious time on Earth doing this shit. This is how it harms me, okay? Stop this. Stop sharing videos like this. Stop watching them. Just look up the information.
Okay. Hey, Dave. Memo has a bunch of links in here for you to look at.
Oh. Let's have, because I think I missed some on the Monday stream, so I wanted to hit at least a few show and tells over here. Get ready. I need to go. Where do I have my little screen thing set up? Browser. Browser?
I'm told they're pretty good. I don't know.
Let me try to get my thing set up.
What do you got?
Yeah, there we go. Get ready for the infinity thing.
Infinity stones.
Whoa. This is... Oh, I can like...
With the overlay still on them.
Oh, neat. Man, this is like a sharpened up version of that illustration. This is really cool. It's hard to put my finger on exactly what's different about it, but this is nice. There's like a lantern over there for one thing. It seems like the setting has a little more detail and a little more light and grain in the sand.
Is it like a painterly style? What's going on here? This does look a little different.
Yeah, it's like illustrations we've done, but they're sort of punched up and enhanced. Like I can see the Christmas trees are different here because we had sort of like the upside down blue trees. This is kind of cool. Oh, they put more detail in my detailed clouds. Yeah. Wow.
Oh yeah, I like the
water. If I had to guess, he's probably using like an image edit thing like Nano Banana or something, and just like telling it like, hey, just make this better. And then probably like that's what's happening, but it looks good.
Yeah, these are cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a texture on it now. It's interesting.
Yeah. Dreamkeepers.
It looks like oil on canvas or something, yeah.
Dreamkeepers. Preview correction too.
I think the secret on the Vamp one, it looks like they just put a lot of stars everywhere though.
These are really cool, man. Well, thank you for sharing. Also, thanks for playing with our illustrations in place in there and having fun with them.
Nano Banana isn't that great. What are you using then?
Wow, they're nuts.
Yeah, those are cool. I'm gonna get back to the drawing board now, but thank you for showing us. It's awesome stuff. I will admit, I also have I think generative AI, I think some of the stuff it makes is really cool. You know, some of it is like, oh, that's not too hot, but some of it's really cool. I have interest in generative AI, but like I especially personally have more fun when I can actually take art that I've done and then like make more happen with the art using AI. That to me is like, oh, this is like more of a toy that interacts with one of my favorite activities, which is drawing. So I like that sort of thing.
I think it's great too. I noticed the just as I predicted. I noticed that the fiery, like I will flay your skin from your flesh fucking hatred of AI stuff is starting to. Well,
no. I got one
It's almost
today.
completely fizzled out with people.
No, I got one today.
Oh yeah,
well,
it's
that's
nothing like
almost.
it's nothing like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, if you posted like an AI thing,
Yeah.
they'd be like.
So like it's like it's fizzling out. It's mostly almost gone, and the only thing that's left the next step will be the final one, and that will be, you will have a mass adaptation of like everybody's just like, well, whatever. It doesn't look that bad. I guess it could look, as it improves, it'll look better, and maybe it'll be a good thing. And then you'll have this small camp of people on Twitter and stuff that are just like, but you have to pay artists.
You know what? I've noticed it's always people who don't pay artists.
Coffee's kicking in.
Yeah. Here comes the caffeine.
You have to pay artists, like, yeah, but you don't have to now. You can be the artist, you can be the creator. Even if you can't draw, you can still make some really good stuff if you can learn how to use these machines. That's the beauty of them. And I don't know what it is that upsets you so much about someone taking a machine and a program, some software, and they take someone's art who says, yep, it's okay if you use my art, and then they just make something with that art. And that's something about this. Is there someone you forgot to ask, and you just see like some fucking Twitter artist in the background going, no, it steals art, steals.
Speaking of, is there someone you forgot to ask?
Okay, what about all the Pokemon fucking each other you draw?
I'm gonna let the chat know.
You got Nintendo's permission on that?
I'm interrupting you just for a second.
You both interrupting each other.
Again.
Yeah, I'm letting you guys know that I've got more lore I want to draw, but this is so detailed and fine-tuned. I think I'm actually going to switch over to one of the fan art February pieces. The fan art February piece I'm going to switch over to is not safe for work. So what that means is if you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube or X or something, stream's going to end.
Ask your kids to leave.
Stream's gonna end. You gotta go to picardo.tv/dreamkeepers, because that is where it's like a mature viewers only, 18 and up.
Wait a minute, Dave. I gotta move the link. And are you doing digital for this, or is it pencils?
It's pencils, actually. Did I show you the blues for Carmelita? I got the blues done right before stream.
No, you did. I just wasn't sure what your plan was here.
Well, I'm ready for pencils on it. That's why I was having to make tea so fast before stream. I felt like I was putting it together like those videos you see of like the Indian street food vendors where they're just like throwing all the ingredients. Like, I was like, that's how fast I was making it.
Wait, why were you watching that?
Well, I've seen those videos in the past, and I was so rushed because I wanted to finish the blues before stream that when I was making tea for me and Liz, I had to make the tea like that. I had to like just super fast.
I noticed you used the wrong cup.
I used the wrong cup?
No.
I used the wrong cup. That's what I get. That's what I get.
It wasn't cute. You know, the wrong cup for tea. Anyway,
hey, you missed, pal.
Picardo.
All right, did you put the link over? Are we ready to cut everybody else off?
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye, other platforms. We'll be continuing on Picardo for the spicy last hour of the stream. So let me